lonely chapter and specifically suffering is maybe it's not a bug, maybe it's a feature, right? Maybe you going through suffering is not just um something that just happens by accident, right? Like maybe you going through suffering. So using my story, right, where I'm like I'm suffering quite a lot, and there's not a lot of people to help me right now. There's not a lot of people I want to speak to because of what I'm going through. Like I wish life was all sunshine and rainbows and I could be friends with everyone, but it's not. And it's like maybe that suffering pushing you into the lonely chapter is not a bug, it's a feature. It's meant to be there because it causes you to ask the questions necessary to decide who needs to be in your life, what needs to be in your life, and what do you need to be doing in your life. And you get to kind of trim off the fat, if we can put it that way. And that becomes a very necessary part of your journey. Suffering so intensely that it causes you to ask those questions. But have a reframe for this, right? Because while being in the lonely chapter is something that happens as a function of going through suffering, maybe the lonely chapter isn't meant to be more than that. It's not meant to be more than just a chapter. And maybe it's not the ideal. Like you going through suffering causes you to kind of trim off, the fat, to cut out the people that you don't really need on your journey. But its goal is not to completely isolate you. And I think that's where we kind of get the mix up, right? Is I'm going through the lonely chapter. Oh no, isolation is the price I have to pay I have to be isolated. But maybe not. Like the lonely chapter is a result of going through suffering, but maybe it's not the ideal thing to aim at. Because let me just pull out, I've got Proverbs 18, verse 1.